So because this last weekend was a long weekend, I was able to sit down with a few of my friends and watch all 3 of the original Star Wars films in a row. Because I don't know if you know this about me, I am a pretty big Star Wars nerd. And there's Looking for Alaska. So the next day after the marathon, I still had Star Wars on the brain, so I asked a few of my online friends some of their favorite how to tell if you're a Redneck Jedi jokes, and here they are. If you can easily describe the taste of an Ewok. If you find nothing wrong with the way that Yoda talks. If at least one wing on your X-Wing is primer colored. If you've ever had a land speeder up on blocks in your front yard, you might be a Redneck Jedi. If you refer to Yoda as your little green buddy. If you think the worst part of Dagobah are the datgum skaters, if you've ever had to jumpstart your lightsaber off of a car battery, you might be a Redneck Jedi. If Wookiees are offended by your body odor, if your Jedi robe is camouflage, if you fight with a lightsaber in one hand and a spit cup in your other, you might be a Redneck Jedi. If you've ever used the Force to assist you at fishing or bowling, if you have parts of a TIE fighter that you blew up hanging in your living room, if you've ever said, "These are not the bears you're looking for," you might be a Redneck Jedi. If you've ever used the Force to get yourself another Bud Light, and then once you had it, used your lightsaber to cut the top off, you might be a Redneck Jedi. If you didn't read the Jedi manual because there weren't any pictures. If you've ever used your lightsaber to skin a deer. If you've ever said the phrase, "May the Force be with y'all," you might be a Redneck Jedi. If you trim your beard and you find a Mylock. If you've ever had your R2 unit use the welding torch to get your barbecue lit. If your Y-Wing has a bumper sticker that says, "My other fighter is an X-Wing." If you're the only one in the cantina doing shots of Jack Daniels, you might be a Redneck Jedi. If you've ever used wire and duct tape to make repairs to your lightsaber. If you ever used your R2 unit as a beer coaster. If the cake at your wedding was sliced with a lightsaber. If your dad's ever said to you, "Shoot son, come on over to the dark side, it'll be a hoot," you might be a Redneck Jedi. If your land speeder has a lightsaber rack. If although you had to kill him, you thought Jabba the Hutt had a pretty good handle on how to treat women. And my personal favorite, if the door to your X-Wing is welded shut and you have to climb in through the window, you might be a Redneck Jedi. How about you? Can you think of any good Redneck Jedi jokes? If so, leave them in the comments. I'll see you guys later. Bye! So before we started the marathon, my friend Alex was like, "Hey, so we're gonna watch all the Star Wars films?" And I said, "No, we're just gonna watch 4, 5, and 6. And he said, "Oh, so we're gonna watch all the Star Wars films?" My friends are awesome.